Very happy to have Director Phil here. Not Dr. Phil, Director Phil, but I bet I will make that mistake during this conversation. Phil, uh, I saw you on Instagram, and I'll just show everybody one of the videos we're going to play in a second. But if they want to go check you out on Instagram or anywhere else, at least on Instagram, you are Director Phil. So everybody go
Yep.
check him out. Uh, Tell us a little bit about yourself. You're kind of a Hollywood dissenter.
So yes, I am I guess what some people call new Hollywood, the new Hollywood. Been for a few years in working on the production side, on TV shows, movies, commercials. I mean everything. Worked on. And on the side, I was doing short films and things of that nature, directing short films. On my own personal side, because that was the goal, to be a major film director. Still is the goal, but yeah, that's pretty much what I was on the production side, second AD, production assistant, etc. So yeah, that's the back ish ground.
So tell me then, I've seen a lot of videos of you criticizing the vaccine mandates, mask mandates, Disney, we'll talk about that in a second, just Hollywood culture. How did you get into wanting to talk about that stuff publicly? Because just like a good friend of mine, Felix Montana, has been in Hollywood a long time, and he started talking about this, right when it all started happening, and the lost like all his friends. And it doesn't
Yeah.
seem like a very fun place to be. So why did you decide you wanted to go that route?
Yep, I lost them all too. Stories. Well, mine
Tell,
started with
tell me one. Tell me a story.
well, the initial story is the George Floyd situation is what started it all. That's what gave birth to me speaking out publicly. Once I just started seeing people being beat up in the streets, and then one of my jujitsu schools, our affiliate of the school I go to, they got burnt down by the rioters and all that, and seeing old women get beat up, it made me start speaking out. And once I spoke out on in that regard, that's what lost me pretty much half of my following, literally half, if not more, of my following on Instagram. But what happened with the vaccines and things of that nature was more so the Gina Carano is when I started speaking about the industry, the vaccines, the cancel culture, just all that started with the Gina Carano situation. Big time Hollywood producers and big time Hollywood actors, you guys care more about forcing people to get vaccinated from something that has a 99% recovery rate than you do about someone being shot and killed on set. Your priorities are fucked up. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but now I'm done. I gotta say it. All these big time producers and actors on the set of Rust, they care more about you practicing proper, safe protocol against COVID than they did about practicing safe gun safety protocol. You guys force people to get vaccinated and wear a mask on set because it affects your bottom line. Yeah, I know, your bottom line. That's all you care about. And a little birdie told me that most of these Hollywood actors on set aren't even vaccinated to begin with. Uh-oh, yeah, I got inside connections too. But you make all your little peasant slave crew members get vaccinated to please your unions and please your big studios, right? All you big time producers and actors that swear you're on our side, you need to take a page from Bonfire Legend and stop this mess.
If Hollywood stopped inviting you to their parties, just have your own by going to AllisonWinePromo.com. That's Allison with 1L winepromo.com, and get your friends 50% off some amazing Malbecs from Argentina and 50% off shipping. These are high altitude Malbecs too, come from almost 9,000 feet. They're also from very remote locations in Argentina. That gives the flavor of the wine a very robust, unique flavor to it. These are not wines you can get from a grocery store. And why would you want to go to a grocery store anyway? That's just the Hollywood of eating, right? So go to AllisonWinePromo.com, Allison with 1L winepromo.com, and support my work there. If you are a coffee or a tea drinker, however, you can also support my work by going to TwinEngineCoffee.com/Allison, TwinEngineCoffee.com/Allison, and get a wide variety of Nicaraguan roasts. These are also high altitude and USDA certified organic. There is a limited Black Edition right now, which is processed with honey, which is very good. There's also a Katura tea, which is tea made from the fruit that's around the coffee bean. It tastes a lot like black tea, lower caffeine, and very good. I like to cold brew mine. I put it out actually on the banister on my porch for the sun, 24 hours. Well, not 24 hours of sun, but outside for 24 hours, and a lot of it is sun nowadays. And drink it the next day. It's great. Or you can just hot brew quickly like a normal tea. Thanks again for your support, and let's continue on with the video. Okay, when you said on our side, whose side are you talking about? Our.
On our side.
You say you're on our side, but you're not. You're on basically on the side of the money and the studios and stuff.
Well, that's the unions. The unions say that they're on our they're there for us.
Gotcha.
But they're not, because they're going against us.
Okay. So that was obviously right. That was after the Alec Baldwin Rust shooting, which I got to watch my friend Eric Hunley's channel to get an update on that. Seems like that's still an unsolved thing. I mean, obviously it's solved, but I mean, the whole like mystery behind what the heck happened there. I haven't gotten anything definitive. Have you heard about?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically money's flying around right now. They're throwing as much money at it as possible, obviously, to bury it. But yeah, I mean, she basically the DP, I believe, got shot by Alec Baldwin, a loaded gun with a not prop bullet, but a dummy round, so it's not an actual bullet, but fragment still, if close enough, can come out very fast and do what it did to her. The armorer on set, the person that's supposed to hold the gun, take the gun, everything about that gun is the armorer's job to make sure it's safe and everything. She supposedly wasn't anywhere around, or supposedly the AD gave Alec the gun, and they were practicing, and Alec pulled the trigger and it went off. He says he never pulled the trigger. He just held the gun and it just said pop, because guns do that.
Yeah, that was very odd. All right, so why did that situation motivate you to make that video about the money, the connections, just the show of Hollywood versus what they say they're doing? Why did you feel like that was representative of the hypocrisy that you talk about?
Because it is. It's because that's welcome to Hollywood. 99% of what you see on a television screen or any type of screen is BS in Hollywood. Not saying that it's all bad, but it's most of it, you can't believe what shows on that screen. But the reason I connected it also is because they're more worried about COVID, something with a 99, I think even higher than that now, recovery rate. They're so worried about looking good. That's the whole point of Hollywood's vaccine thing. Their goal is this: if we're hard on COVID here and be all about vaccines, it makes us look like we're not Trump supporters. At the end of the day, the whole reason the film industry is so hard on vaccines and COVID is because they believe if you're against vaccinations, or if you're light on COVID or vaccinations, that means that you're one of those people, the conservative or the Republican or the Trump supporter. So we have to look like we are not those people, because we need our money, our bottom line, to keep coming in, because our bottom line is not those people. Our bottom line are these people. They're who pay the movie tickets, etc.
Okay, in some of your Instagram posts, you talk about the rebellion. Welcome to the rebellion. This is the rebellion. What is the rebellion?
The rebellion is basically a phrase that Gina Carano, I guess, coined, if you will, when she got fired off of Star Wars or the Madalorian, and by Lucasfilms and Disney. They thought she was going to apologize. They told her to apologize, and everyone tried to bully her into the age-old apology tour of Hollywood. But she didn't do it. What she did was double down and said, hey, welcome to the rebellion, meaning her amongst others like myself that's in our industry that are on her side. It's welcome to the rebellion is, hey, we are not going along with the Hollywood narrative. are the woke Hollywood narrative, and we're not going to let you intimidate us. Woke Hollywood and woke mob rule. We're not going to let it happen. So we're in this rebellion, and we're rebelling against the vaccine mandates. We're rebelling against the cancel culture wokeness of Hollywood and everything that comes with that. So that's the rebellion. If you're not going with it, you're rebelling against it, and that's what we're doing.
This video has been cut short to fly under the community guideline radar on YouTube. So if you want to see the entire conversation, go to one of my other platforms. The links are in the description. The best place to go is AllisonMorrow.locals.com, where you can support my work and become part of my editorial board. We have editorial board meetings there once a week where you can give me feedback from the week before. You can pitch story ideas for the week ahead. They're very small live chats, and so I definitely will see your comment and get your feedback. You also get exclusive content there, so definitely AllisonMorrow.locals.com. But whatever you do, don't stay here on YouTube. If you want the full truth about what's going on around us, you're going to have to go somewhere else.